literally the main thing that this case has going for it is this guy's theme, because it sounds a hell of a lot like something out of Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, which is a kick-ass game soundtrack, by the way. Yeah, I mean, yeah, his theme's awesome. I mean, this case isn't... It's not the worst in the series, it's just... Like, the rest of the cases in this game are so good, and the rest, and like, for the most part, like, really closely tied together, and then this one, it, like... like, even though the Stolen Turnabout is, like, mainly a standalone, it still has, like, like, a good deal of foreshadowing towards the final case. And then this one has, like, literally nothing. It has, like... Yeah, it has the Goth Girl, it has this guy's theme song, it has Lisa Basil for, like, 5 minutes. She's funny, at least. Literally, like any, like, redeeming and, like, good characters that are in this case are the ones that have the least amount of time in the spotlight. Though I don't remember Furio's, like... I don't remember his vibe so well, I just remember his theme song. Maybe he'll be better off and I'll have an improved memory of this case. Oh, hey, I see I got a new follower. Thank you, Tamamishe? I apologize if I'm butchering that, but thank you so much for the follow, I really appreciate it. Alright, now with some slight further ado, I'm going to open up the game and then we'll get into it. Hope everyone's doing well this evening. Okay, yeah, Tamamisha's correct. Awesome. I'm glad I didn't butcher that because sometimes it's hard to tell with people's usernames. I know, like, when I've followed people in other streams, they've, like, just because of the kerning on Twitch's letters, I've gotten my name mispronounced as Saki Ian, or like, someone, I guess, just read it too fast and said Soklian. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, those are both close enough, you know who I am. You'll probably never hear from me again, but I want to follow you anyway.
Sorry.
Alright, there we go. Now we're ready.
Sorry.
Alright, so here we go. Recipe for turnabout. At me just responding to a question with Zavari, as if that means yes. I think, like, it's just kind of a filler word. Oh, shit, important things are happening and I'm thinking about Luke at me. Okay, so someone just got declared guilty, and we don't really know who. The victim was alone in a stable when he drank from a poisoned cup of coffee. No, you're wrong! I know what I saw! I saw! I saw someone else there! A man! He's the real killer! Oh my god. Phoenix? And he's got a limp wrist. So far, this is a spot-on Phoenix Wright impression. Why wouldn't anyone believe me? God, he's back again? Well, I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, Mr. Wright. This court finds the defendant guilty. Fuck, what? This court is adjourned. So someone just got declared guilty, and I had no input on that. January 6th. Okay, so it's been a couple months since the Luke at me and some other bozos turnabout.
Ah, the start of a new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world.
I bet it does, Maya.
So, I've decided that our resolution should be... Zvari! Take on the world! What do you think?
Sure, whatever, Maya, just never say that word again. But I think maybe you've had more than enough mistletoe cake.
Never! You've gotta eat a lot of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks on TV or playing a board game.
Hey, pal!
Zvari.
Detective Gumshoe.
Happy New Year, Detective!
Likewise. Now listen up, right? I wanna...
Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer-police cooperation.
Yeah, me too. Alright, pal, you've got some explaining to...
Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective?
What? Well, yeah, this. It's really nothing much, but...
Yay! Thanks!
Look, pal, we need to have a talk. Take a seat. What do you think he handed to her? Is it his pistol?
Hey, what about Pearly? You haven't forgotten her present, have you?
No. I mean, yes. I mean, no. Are you doing this on purpose?
Guess I'm busted. How do you like my first practical joke of the year?
Very funny, pal. Now let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this. What is it? A magazine?
Hey, I want to see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright trounced.
Trounced? Let me see that. Oh my god, this article was written by Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. He really did use the word trounced. The defense attorney gave an almost childishly amateur performance yesterday. What the heck is this? It's a report, pal, about you!
Listen to this! Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case.
Well, and don't tell me you don't remember anything about it. But I don't remember anything about it. When was that issue from, anyway? December last year, which I guess makes it last month.
Which makes it old news, you mean?
But I wasn't involved in a poisoning case in December.
So, what do you think this is all about, Nick?
If it wasn't you, pal, then that leaves only one possibility.
No way! You don't mean...
A pho. Some delicious noodle soup.
A phony, Nick?
This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting off the year with one too. Alright, magazine clipping. An article from December 5th says I was trounced and my client was found guilty. So, what are you gonna do about it, pal? What do you mean, what am I gonna do about it?
Well, it's your fault that the judge found the defendant guilty in this case.
My fault? How do you figure that?
Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Oh, well, maybe only sort of.
Yeah! See what happens when you watch? That's not getting too full of yourselves. But I didn't do anything wrong. At least, not that I can remember. You better make this right, pal. Now. And that means taking the case back to court. Got it?
Sounds like we've got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto.
I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned.
I guess that New Year's resolution is going to have to wait until next year.
So you're taking the case, right? Good, I'm gonna head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something. Okay, pal? Okay, but like, since when was Phoenix concerned about how easy his cases are going to be? I think he'd be like bored by anything that wasn't like balls to the wall, insanely difficult to prove by now. I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix Wright. If a client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation, I guess I am kind of responsible. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of a guy would do that? What do we do, Maya?
So, what's our first move?
I guess we go down to the detention center and talk.
Wait a sec, Nick. This person's behind bars because of you. Whoever it is isn't going to be jumping at the chance to meet you, right?
Oh my god, Neil's the villain again? Hey, let's get one thing straight. It wasn't me. It was a fake me that did this.
I wonder if he looks exactly like you. You're phony.
Oh shit.
Zin A-Hope, I mean.
I hope not. Ugh. And what kind of name for an evil double is Zin E-Hop anyway?
Oh, Nick, I've got it!
If you're gonna ask whether I got a twin brother, the answer is no.
Spoil sport.
Okay. So, let's go to the detention center. Alright, who do you think's gonna be the culprit here? The client, I mean.
This is so nerve-wracking waiting to meet our new client. I wonder just what kind of person you tricked and got found guilty.
Keep it down, Maya. That kind of talk could ruin me.
Ah! How could you, Mr. Wright? How could you do this to me? They put me in solitary. I have been able to stop crying.
Aren't you...
Yes, I am. I am totally and utterly let down. Are you? Don't pretend you don't know me. It's Maggie. Remember? Maggie Bird.
Maggie Bird.
Ah!
Maggie Bird. She's the policewoman I defended that one time. She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop too, so, you know, no love lost there. What are you doing in here? Didn't I get you
Oh, sure. Very funny. After that fifth-rate defense job, you come in here and start making jokes? You better hurry up and tell her what happened, Nick. Oh, I see.
So that's where we stand right now.
I'm sorry you've been caught up in another murder. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
I vaguely remember her saying the exact same thing last time.
But I don't mind. What's one more disaster in my life? At least now the real Mr. Right is here with me. I won't let the world keep me down, sir. So, how come you're dressed like that, Maggie? Last year you looked so sharp in that police uniform. I was fired after that incident last year. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. I don't mind one bit. I enjoyed being on the force, but I think it was time for me to move on. So, what do you do now? In the second act of The Life of Maggie Bird, I'm playing the role of a waitress. A waitress? Yes, in a French restaurant. It's a small place, but it's quite fashionable. My charming smile and shapely figure came through for me. And the owner, Mr. Armstrong, hired me straight away, sir.
And then you got into this mess straight away, right?
Yeah, you could put it that way. This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month. And it happened at Tres Bien.
Oh shit, Très Bien. My bad.
Tres Bien? Yes, it's a restaurant where good service and a friendly smile are always included. Oh, There were two men at the table, both drinking coffee, and then... And then he put pixie dust into his coffee. One of the men slipped some poison into the victim's cup. The victim took just one sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out. Hey, hold on there, Maggie. What? You keep calling the guy the victim. Didn't you know the guy who was killed? Not at all. I've never even seen the guy before. Oh.
So she wouldn't have had a motive to kill him then, I guess. And the other man, the killer. You saw him, right?
Of course. A good waitress must be attentive to the clientele.
So, you saw the killer, but you were found guilty of the crime anyway? How come?
You tell me, Mr. Wright!
Ah! Guess the answer to my question is my phony. Anyway, she saw the killer. Better see if I can get a description of the guy.
So, if you saw the murderer, why are you still convicted? Because no one else saw. Saw what? The other man. The one who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way. Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. The victim was sitting alone at his table the whole time.
But how's that possible?
I don't know. But nobody, not one person would believe me, sir. Even Phoenix Wright, my one last hope for a fair trial, failed me. What a pathetic defense! My granny could have done a better job.
Look, that wasn't me, okay?
And then, they found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket. What? A small bottle of poison. What? But poison? It was in your pocket? Well, I passed out when the victim collapsed. The killer must have slipped the poison into my pocket when I was unconscious.
And no one else saw this other guy?
No, sir. That's what everyone said, but I don't see how they could have missed him. I was the one who took the coffee to the two men.
Oh? And what was your impression of them?
Well, when I first saw them, I kind of thought they might be in the music industry. In music? How come? Well, one of them had some sort of earpiece and an emo musician's look about him. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir. An earpiece and a sample CD, huh? Did you get a look at the CD at all? It had a band's name written on it. It said the Gaviners. I'd never heard of them, though. I think it was MT something. They must have been preparing for their debut, I guess.
So it was a band CD. Maybe a promo disc?
And maybe it was MC Screwdriver.
Get serious, Maya. Would you buy the CD of a group named that?
What was the name of that group again? MC Hacksaw? No, MC... And what about the killer? What did he look like? Well, I don't really remember. Only that he was a young man. Well built like the victim, really.
So... that's the only evidence I have. Oh, yeah, I need to ask you about this.
Hey, this article's about my case!
Can you tell me anything about the guy who was pretending to be me?
Yes, sir. It was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here. You were wearing one of your super sharp suits.
Me?
Yes, you, Mr. Wright. Hey, Maggie! Was my evil double I am here too? No. I don't remember a phony you, Maya. Oh. It would have been So cool. And then you got really worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you cleared of this crime, you said.
Okay, I get the picture. But you've met me in person before, so how come you didn't realize that guy wasn't the real me?
I guess, looking back now, it was a little strange.
Only a little?
Well, okay, so you were a bit taller than normal, and you looked a bit shady. And your voice is a bit weird. Oh, and you had this kind of funny accent, and
So the guy was nothing like me then?
but he had your spiky hair and blue suit. And as we all know, those are the only things
that make up Phoenix Wright. Is that all it takes for someone to imitate me? So Blue and Spiky, like, her defense attorney could have just as easily been Sonic the Hedgehog.
How about everyone else in the courtroom, like the judge and the observers? Didn't they realize he was an imposter? Everyone had these big question marks in their faces. But it seemed like no one wanted to say anything, sir. This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial?
Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. So we should be able to get a retrial.
Mr. Wright?
Huh?
Do you think we'll win next time?
Sir?
My life has been a full course meal of bad luck, complete with defeat for dessert. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. I even landed a phony lawyer where I had the misfortune of being accused of murder. But I will survive, because Maggie Bird always lives to fight another day.
She's Kamite.
What?
Kellen, explain.
And one day I'll find it. Just you wait and see, sir.
Yeah, it was Maggie's Danganronpa blood spilled all over the basement warehouse last case.
I'll find that one single moment of good luck. Zen Help is really gonna pay for this.
Well, what are you staring at me like that for? But Maya's right. Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out.
We'll find him. Don't you worry. We'll get Zen Help for you. Thank you. Oh, I'll tell you where Trey Beyond is then.
Trey. Ah, right. The restaurant where the murder took place.
Yes, sir. When you go, please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi. Sure. All right, Nick. Let's go check out the restaurant and its food. Mainly the food, though. That's what's important to me.
Okay, Neil, do she and Luke, like, get along really well on the basis of being, like, super into food all the time in Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney? I like to imagine that they do. Oh my god, that's a lot of pink.
Good cleaning.
They do, oh thank god. Everything I hear about this game just makes me look forward to it so much more.
Wow! Look at this place.
Look? More like smell. What is with the suffocating scent of flowers in here? Then again, girls like that kind of thing, right?
Actually, I'm not all that into it.
Maya, are you coming out as non-binary to me? Lolitas would swarm here. Yeah, honestly, I'm just thinking of the Hello Kitty food truck. My only complaint is the orange maid outfits. Okay, honestly, me too. They're just so... It's such a bad shade of orange. Like, it just looks horrible on everyone. And it's so fluorescent. It doesn't match this vibe at all.
one's coming to seat us, maybe there's no one here.
Don't be silly, Maya. This is a restaurant, and it's open for business. Hello? Anyone here? I don't believe it. There really isn't anyone here.
Perfect. Let's get intrusive. If there's no one here, we can take anything we want.
Yeah, I suppose we can. Maya, you really gotta stop playing Skyrim. Alright, so let's look around here. Magazine rack.
It's a rack full of fashion magazines. And they're all in French.
Well, why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic sometime, huh, Maya?
Yeah, I guess I could. I'm always in my acolyte clothes, aren't I? It'd be fun to wear normal clothes every now and then.
There's something stuffed in behind the rack.
It looks like a sports paper to me. Hey, and look at this! Someone scribbled a little doodle on one of the pages.
Master Mask? Hello?
MC Bomber and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. $100,000? Maybe?
I wonder what MC Bomber is supposed to be. Exclamation point! This paper! It's from December 3rd. This paper's from the day of the poisoning.
What?
Okay, sports paper. Dates from December 3rd, the day of the incident. Found at Turnabout. Paper from the day of the murder. This has got to be a clue. I should see if I can find out some more about this paper. Okay, well, nothing's gonna happen until we go back and talk to Maggie, so... Crap. So, talk about this, Maggie.
A sports paper. Let's see. Did Guts and Braun manage to defend his heavyweight title?
Sorry, Maggie. That paper is actually a month old. It's from the day of the murder.
And Guts got knocked out yesterday, I'm afraid.
Maya watches wrestling. Okay, gonna write that down for, like, future details to remember.
Oh no.
I found this paper in the magazine rack at Trebion.
Really? That's strange. Trebion doesn't get newspapers. Mr. Armstrong says he's not really fond of them. Then maybe one of the customers left it behind?
Anyway, what I want you to do is take a look at this scribble here.
Aha! That's it, sir! MC Bomber! That was the name that was written on the CD!
Just as I thought. And we're not gonna comment on the Master Doodle at all.
I guess it was an MC Screwdriver after all, huh? So that $100,000 must be a down payment for a record deal, right? If someone gave me $100,000, I'd sing for sure! The Master of Karine, or the Spirit Song, or even Maya's theme.
Okay, Maya. So, if the sample CD was on the victim's table, that means this newspaper may have belonged to the victim.
You're right!
So, the victim left this behind on the day of the murder, huh?
I think we'd better step up the investigation, don't you, Nick?
Alright. So, we talked about that. Now, let's go back to the restaurant. Oh la la! Bonjour! Welcome to La Trebion.
Oh, hello?
What happened to Maya? She's frozen stiff. Yeah, apologies in advance for this guy. Bienvenue! Welcome to my petit restaurant.
Uh-huh? B Avenue?
Oh no, my petit Julie.
Huh? Me?
Look at his face! Like a kitten rejected by his own mother. You are fatigued, no? Alors, you need this. An aromatic bath oil melange of La Neroli and La Rosée. My personal recommendation.
You think I need what?
Oui, just add a couple of drops of this mixture to la basse water, and voila. It will soothe your body and your mind. It's simply fantastic.
Really?
And voila, monsieur! Who? Me? Look at that face! Like the puppy rejected by life itself. You are fatigued, no? For you, monsieur, I recommend this oil of bergamot. And maybe a hint of... Oui, I will add la peppermint and la clary sage for a fragrance exceptionnel. Yeah, I wanna like this guy, but his whole existence is just being a shitty gay stereotype. Such an invigorating recipe will bring out your delicious beauty, monsieur. My beauty? Hello, if you will be seated, I will bring you the special menu of the day. Actually, we're not here to eat. We're lawyers. My bien sûr! I knew this already, monsieur. You're La Phoenix, right, no? Disney's first openly gay character. Yes. You know me? My, oui! I never forget a man who flirts with me, especially in court. Oh my god, did fake Phoenix flirt with him? Okay, jotting that, like, I'm just thinking, Susie will remember that. like, first we got Godot and Luke at me, and now we got fake Phoenix and this guy? I mean, after Luke Atney championed gay rights in the courthouse, I mean, I guess there's no stopping anybody after that.
I guess he was cross-examined by our mysterious Scene Aop.
It looks like everyone to do with this case knows who I am already. Okay, so like, the three things it takes to impersonate Phoenix right are blue suit, spiky hair, homosexuality. Yep, that's all you need.
I wonder what sort of impression Scene Aop's been leaving on people, don't you?
Allow me to introduce myself to you again. I am Jean Armstrong. Enchanté. Oh, that's quite a pose. Honestly, I wish more men in Ace Attorney had like tits out poses like this. John Descoulet. Honestly, it was a really long time in like Professor Layton history before anyone actually said Descoulet's name out loud. So like at least for when Last Spectre was the most recent thing that was out, I honest to God thought it was Décollé. Just because it looked so French, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna apply French rules to this, so Décollé it is. I think that was actually like a subject of argument for a while. Like, is it Descol? Is it Décollé? Is it? I thought it was Décol because of French. French is just like that. Unfortunately, yes.
So, what does Très bien mean? I know Très. That means 3, right?
No! Très bien is Francois. Shit, I only vaguely remember French pronunciation rules, so I'm probably gonna butcher a lot of this. But it's fine, because it's French. In English, you would say, very good.
Oh, very good.
Susie, this dude clearly doesn't know French either. I'm apologizing on both of our behalves. Oh, exactement!
Very good, Descoulet.
wish I could help with pronunciation, but I'm just a dude behind the computer. Aren't we all just dudes behind computers on this day? La atmosphere is très bien, and la cuisine is très bien. If the food's so good, why aren't there any customers in here? My cuisine is not for all. Some people, they do not appreciate la haute cuisine. It's all in the jawbone for the accent. See, I vaguely know how to pronounce some French because my mom has taught French for, like, my entire life. And it's like, sometimes when I was a little kid, she would switch to speaking in just French just to, like, torture me and my little sister, because we'd have no idea what she was saying. And she would gesture, like, very exuberantly to kind of, like, get her point across anyway, but I'd still be like, Mommy, why are you speaking in that weird language? Like, stop it! You're freaking me out! I can't understand you! Yeah, anyway, there's my villain origin story. My mom would speak French as a way to mess with me as a child. Anyway, back to this guy. I thought everyone liked hot cuisine. Since I have lost Maggie, I do not have enough hands. So you're running this place on your own now? Oui, for a moment. No one has entered my advertisement. Oh, poor moi. Oh, please don't eyeball me while you say that. I am la chef. I am la manager. I am also a trained aromatherapist.
A roaming what?
A practitioner d'aromatherapy. La art of soothing la soul with the delicate floral aromas. Delicate? The smell coming from that bottle earlier was anything but. I'm trying to think of more French hints. Usually leave off the last letter of a word. I know, like, that, and usually, like, the S is always silent. So, could you tell me what you know about the incident? Bien! It makes me sad to remember it, yet I remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened. Yeah, I guess it's been about a month since Maggie's sentencing. She's been falsely imprisoned for a month! How are you so blasé about that? She spent Christmas and New Year's in jail! In solitary, no less! She even said that. So, it was the 3rd of last month, just after 1 in the afternoon. A man who was in here for a coffee suddenly became ill. Because of the poison in his coffee? That is the truth as I know it. It was Maggie who took his drink to him. I was in the kitchen. I heard the sound of someone collapsing. When I came out to see what it was already slumped in his chair. Hard mode for Susie. Translate all the English into French.
He was dead?
Mon Dieu! Oui, he was dead! Maggie had passed out also. And this man who died, was he alone? Oui, monsieur. All alone. I know that Maggie said there was someone else, but...
I see.
La police, they asked me many times. Are you sure there was no one else at the table, they asked. But I am not the only one. The old man said the same thing. Old man? What old man? Hey, Dimitri, good to see you! Sorry you have to come watch this case. After the triumph of Luke Atney, but... oh well, gay rights or something. So who is this old man that you mentioned? At the time of la murder, there was another customer in here.
What? Someone else saw it?
My, we, as usual, he came along that day. At the time of la murder, he was here. He saw it. He saw it too. Honestly, I'm just channeling motherfucking Lumiere. That's like the most complete reference I have for like a male French accent in my memory. That or like Robin Hood and Shrek for like one of the best animated fighting sequences of all time. But he said the same thing, that there was no one else at the victim's table.
But Maggie swears there were 2 people.
My mademoiselle, la lawyer, he could not prove this, no? About the lawyer. That was me, I suppose. My bien sûr! Wow! He's the first person who said it wasn't me.
Don't kid yourself, Nick.
Les victimes!
Now who's the one making stuff up?
Okay, well, what do you know about Maggie? Maggie was a policewoman once! N'est-ce pas? Hey, thanks for the follow, Captain Squiggle. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Hope you have a good time. Yes, but she had to quit for, reasons beyond her control. Oui, she was la suspect in la murder investigation, no?
Oh, you know about that?
That is why I gave her la perfume for la happiness. La happiness? You gave her penis perfume? Oui, blended from bergamot like I have given to you before. But she's been arrested again. And found guilty this time. This is true. A natural aroma of unhappiness must have been very strong. Just admit it! Your perfume doesn't work. I am not surprised she was la prime suspect. After something like that took place before my very eyes.
Something like what?
What's this guy talking about?
Does this mean Maggie did have a motive?
We've got to ask this guy for more info. Stat. Why did Maggie snap? When Maggie took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen? Oui, I suppose you could say so. So what happened? No, it was nothing. She snapped because she works customer service. Ain't that true? Honestly, if that was the truth to this case, I would fully support her.
Look, Maggie says she didn't even know the guy. But she's still been indicted for murder. The prosecution must have come up with some kind of motive.
Oui, it is true. If there was anything at all between Maggie and the victim, it could be relevant.
So please, tell us anything you know.
Shit, really? Okay, but sure, that's normal, whatever. Psyche locks.
No way! What are we going to do, Nick?
We'll just have to remove... What the?
What's wrong?
The Magatama, it's gone!
Huh?
I had it in my pocket, but it's vanished into thin air.
What?
But I could see the Psyche locks. Maybe that means the Magatama's nearby? Uh-oh, Phoenix. I don't want to know where you put the Magatama. Mr. Armstrong, could I just confirm something with you again? The table where the victim was sitting, was anyone else sitting there? That is a question you will have to ask him yourselves.
Huh? Him?
The old man spends all of his time dans la park. La park? Oh, a park. What park's that? Behind le restaurant. It's called Vitamin Square. It's La Park.
Thank you.
Je vous en prie, my dear.
Let's go check out this Vitamin Square right now, Nick.
And, I don't know, I hope we find the Magatama around there. Oh... Is anyone getting, Danganronpa 2 vibes off of this?
So this is Vitamin Square.
Yeah. I see where they get the name from now. The fruits scream vitamins at you.
Hey, Nick! That's the guy, right? Isn't that the old man Mr. Armstrong was talking about?
That grouchy-looking grandpa?
He's throwing seeds out for the pigeons.
Maya, he's not throwing seeds for them, he's throwing seeds at them. Oh god, I fucking hate this man. And his stupid Squidward nose. His stupid, like, jiggling ballsack face. Ugh, my grumpiness threat level has just been raised to red. Do I have to? Ugh. Actually, I don't have to talk to him yet. I just have to look at this for the moment.
Ooh, there's a magazine here.
It's a magazine full of job listings. You disgusting rogue, picking up something someone else threw away. Threw away? Did you throw this away? Are you looking for a job? It's none of your business. Sorry, I guess I'll just take this magazine with me then. I don't want anyone else having it. Give it back. Too bad. Now that you want it so bad, I don't want to give it up. Job listings. Picked up from a bench in Vitamin Square. Thrown away by the old man. Hey, that's mine! Alright, whatever. We're gonna go back to the restaurant for a moment. So now, we show this to him. Mademoiselle!
Yes?
Are you looking for la job?
What? No, I was just...
Let me see. Your style is un peu different, but you have a good face.
Different?
Felicitations! You have passed! I will hire you. Bien, come with me. I will teach you everything I know.
Nick! Help!
I don't know whether to laugh or feel bad for Maya. Maybe I should do both? I'm sure most people know this, but if a job ever hires you that quickly, it's because it's some bullshit. Alright, so now we've let that man kidnap Maya. So let's go back and talk to Maggie! Looks like they have Maggie in questioning. I guess I've asked her pretty much everything. I'll come back if there's anything else I need to ask her later. Okay, never mind! Where have I not been yet? Oh, the Criminal Affairs Department. Of course. Well, pal! Have you found the evidence yet? The one that's gonna find her innocent? No, not yet. We've only just started our investigation. Well, whatever you need to know, I'll give you the dirt on it. I'm putting off all my other cases for now, pal. Gumshoe's really fired up about this. Oh yeah, one more thing. The retrial's been approved. Court's sitting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Gummy, get over that weird crush on Mags. God, please, like, Gummy, go get yourself a MILF. Go be someone's trophy husband, instead of chasing after girls who are 10 years younger than you. And Godot's gonna be the prosecutor. Oh, him. There he is. That motherfucker. What a tool. Now, listen up, pal. If Maggie's found guilty again... yes? I'll make sure you get locked up for good. Got it? Hello, Gumshoe. Nice to see you, too. So the guilty party was Maggie Bird, huh? Yeah. Back when she was on the police force. You were her mentor when she was a rookie, right? Yeah, I kept a close eye on her. I mean, not too close, you know? Hey, what's with the funny looks, pal? I was just, it wasn't anything like... Oh, look, sure, I was her boss when she was doing her training, but that was it, nothing happened. One of these streams for this case, I'm gonna recreate the Weenie box for dinner to eat during it. Honestly, since you mentioned that on Twitter earlier, I've been thinking, like, I have some hot dogs in the fridge. I have some rice in the pantry. I could easily do that after stream. Just eat a hot dog and rice. As a normal... a normal, non-pathetic meal. Gumshoe sure is sweating up a storm over nothing. So that's it. Our big ol' Gumshoe has a little professional respect for Maggie. I don't like her or anything. I was... Note to self. Gossip with Maya about this later. Well, look, pal, don't tell anyone. Okay? You've got to keep it a secret, got it? Capcom never fails to disappoint, I'll say that. And you can say it again. Sure. And would you mind not guessing what I'm thinking all the time? Hey, tell your face, pal, not me. You have to be blind not to see what's on your mind. So, I was wondering, could you fill me in on the victim? Glenn Elk, he was a computer programmer. I see, a programmer. He was just a regular Joe working for a small-time computer firm. Maggie never had any contact with the guy before that day. And all she did was take him his coffee on the day of the murder, pal. Yeah, Maggie also claimed to have never seen the guy before. Did the victim go to the restaurant often? They should have named him Taco Cat. Or Race Car. Or Booby Trap. No, wait, Booby Trap backwards is Party Boob. Never mind. I mean, it's like in the same spirit, but not quite a palindrome. Not according to the chef. He said it was the first time he'd seen the guy. A programmer. And a first-time customer at that. What possible reason could Maggie have had to kill a guy like that? That's what I thought. But a motive was still somehow established in a trial. You're kidding! What was her supposed motive? Sorry, pal. I'm real busy. I haven't even got enough time to sift through these papers. Look into it yourself, okay? What could this motive have been? This isn't really a proper investigation. I'm kind of working on it by myself. Oh, that's right. The judge already ruled on the case, and all the evidence is in already. The only problem is with Maggie's testimony. Yeah. Doesn't sound very good for us, huh? Look, pal, I got a mountain of papers on this case to look over before tomorrow. I'm just gonna say this. Maggie Bird's no liar. She's... Okay, so she's a bit out there, and a bit off base sometimes, but she was a good cop. That's not exactly complimentary, you know. True. So, what do you think really happened? And just how contradictory is her testimony? Whoops, that's one more thing. The biggest problem with Maggie's testimony is the number of people at the table. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Maggie still insists there was another guy sitting with the victim. Right, but get this. Everyone else in the place says the guy was alone, even the chef. And then there's that CD. CD? Yeah, pal, CD's nuts! I got him. Oh, okay, so sorry, Mr. Wright, okay. Anyway. She did mention something about a CD.
And there was a sample CD on the table, sir.
But our guys turned that place upside down. There was no CD. What? Not on the table, not anywhere in the whole restaurant town. But didn't Maggie say the victim was wearing an earpiece, too? Yeah, but that was for the portable radio in the front pocket of his hoodie. A radio? He didn't have a CD player? You got it! Your phony never explained that contradiction at all. Come to think of it, the owner of Très Bien didn't mention that CD either. I don't know why, but I get the feeling Mr. Armstrong's got something to hide. Maybe because he's acting quite sus. What's that? A sports paper? Yeah, I found it in the magazine rack at Très Bien. It's dated the same day as the murder. You may be onto something here. And take a look at this. See this writing here? MC Bomber. Hey! What is it? I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, MC Bomber. Wow, he actually seems to be thinking for once. It's no good, I can't remember. And he goes back to being the gumshoe we all know and love. Hey pal, I'm gonna borrow this paper for a bit, okay? I want to get a handwriting analysis done on this scribble. Handwriting, huh? It'd be good to know more about that in any case. Thanks, pal. I bet this will turn out to be an interesting clue. Alright, so he has that for the moment. The chef at Très Bien, huh? You know about that? You know what that chef said to me? Ooh la la, your body is full of latoxins. What the fuck? Latoxins. And then he gave me this bottle. What's in it? I don't know. The label says juniper. I'm under orders to put a few drops of it in my bath every day. Under orders? Yeah, you know, there's something about that lady. I mean guy. Huh? You can't stop thinking about him? What the fuck? I'm thinking about how Gummy was so standoffish to Phoenix in the first game, and now he's like, this. Gummy bathwater. I would buy his bathwater. Not like that, pal! Give me a break! He's not my type! But you are interested in men, though. That's what I'm gathering here. I mean, I can't stop thinking that he's involved in this case somehow! Wow. Ever since Luke at me said love wins, the gay people are just coming out of the woodwork in this game. Luke at me really was a champion for gay rights. Wow.
Sorry.
Everyone say thank you, Luke at me, for giving us gay marriage. Sounds like he knows a little something more about our charming chef. So what exactly is it that caught your attention about the chef at Très Bien? It's kinda hard to say. The guy's probably not even connected with the case anyway. Hey, come on, detective. Didn't you say you'd give me the dirt on anything? Well, this sort of stuff is kinda unimportant, gossipy stuff, you know, pal? Like, you should ask him if he's tired, cause he's been running through my mind all day. Look, how about this? You go to Très Bien and investigate the place yourself. And if you find out anything suspicious about the guy, you report back to me, okay? Don't suppose I get a choice in this, huh? Guess I better find out more about the chef and Très Bien, then report back to Gumshoe. But first, before we do that, let's say hi to the Badgers. No matter what, whenever I come here, that mascot's there to greet me. You got that right. That's the Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it. And now it's the national symbol of the police force. So what's with the pink one? It's new, right? Yup. Meet the Pink Badger. So one's called Blue and the other's called Pink, but they're both called Badger? You got it! They're married! So should I expect to see Baby Badger next time I'm here? Hang on a minute. I'm thinking Baby Badger would be a fun little additional costume. You know what? They should make a theme park about these guys. Oh my god. You're right, Kellen. That's such an amazing idea. Okay, I'm thinking about something so hard right now. I'll worry about it later. But I'm thinking. The gears are turning in my head. All right, now we're going back to the restaurant, which I think is accessible from here. Oh, but first we gotta. Oh yeah, first we gotta remember that Maya's being held captive at forced job training. Poor Maya. It looks like Mr. Armstrong's really taking a shine to her. I suppose I'll just have to let her work at the restaurant for a while. Like, ah, shucks. Susie's milk-faced dirty OC and her kids dressed as the Baby Badger. Well, okay, I was thinking about an OC, but I'm thinking of a non-milk-faced turny OC that I haven't talked about much. But they work at, fucking Gatewaterland from Investigations, and now I'm thinking, like, another humiliating thing to add to their job description would be the person inside the Baby Badger mascot costume. I'll go pick her up from Trade Beyond once things have cooled off. Crap. Send me back to the restaurant, please! The scent of flowers sure is strong. It's almost making me dizzy. Hello? Oh, hello? And goodbye to anyone that stands in John Cena's way. Who was that just now? A customer? She had sort of a dark aura about her.
Oh! Welcome! B Avenue!
Wow, what a cute voice. When there's only one goth Lolita at the tea party.
Oh, it's just you, Nick.
But Maya!
Well, how do I look?
Bad. Orange is not your color, Maya. And it's, well, actually, this shade of orange I don't think is anybody's color. Maybe you should quit being a spirit medium.
Maybe, but it's kind of boring being a waitress. I mean, you're my first ever customer.
And who was that woman I just saw?
Oh! Since you're here, you might as well have something to eat.
I am kind of hungry, actually. So, how do you like your new job, Maya?
I never knew there was so much for a waitress to do. Take people's orders, bring them their food, make coffee, work the cash register. Of course, we need a customer before I can do any of that.
Yeah, it's a nice-looking restaurant. It's a shame more people don't come.
Don't forget about the ultra-cute waitress. Check out my give me a tip smile.
I'm making it rain all over Maya for that smile. I'm just like, oh, you're smiling. Okay, here's like $100 tip.
Hey, Nick, why don't you order something? The chef's preparing a tasty luncheon at the moment, or so he says.
How much is it?
It's the twin tea set, so it's $20, of course.
The twin tea set? I believe I'll be taking a pass on that. It's kind of expensive.
What? But you can't! Come Come on, Nick. It's not every day I get to be a waitress. I want to try carrying plates and working the cash register.
How about cleaning the toilets? That should keep you busy. Oh my god, what is with you and cleaning the toilet? I'm gonna throttle this man.
Yeah, right. Maybe later.
About the lunch.
Oh, a fine choice, sir.
No, and she's gone.
Kitchen, a lunch special, please! With all the extras! Drink, side salad, dessert, and gift!
I don't need any of that.
Just a moment, please, sir.
Maya's really getting into this. So how much is this set lunch then? $20, huh? With the drink, side salad, and dessert, it's $45! Hey, wait a sec, Maya!
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Here you are, our deluxe fortified lunch set.
Whoa.
A dish inspired by lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Bon appetit! Bon appetit, Nick!
Thanks?
Come on, Nick, hurry up and try it already.
Lobster, huh? Alright. Down the hatch it goes.
That doesn't look like lobster, that looks like shrimp. Well?
Are you hungry, Maya?
I'm starving!
Here, it's yours.
Really?
Remember, Maya, my wallet doesn't print money, so you better polish off that plate.
I just remembered, I've got to clean the toilets!
Hey! You can't be in that much of a hurry to clean the toilets. I appreciate the Lolita conversation going on in the chat here. Always happy to bring people together. I so admire the various Lolita fashions. I just do not have the budget to put into, like, building a closet. Alright. Wait, why is this part of the evidence? Lunch special. Tray Beyond Lunch Special costs $20 despite how unbelievably bad it tastes. How does that guy manage to make good food taste so bad?
Hey, Nick! You want to take a peek at the kitchen?
To-go box. Oh yeah, the court record. No, I'm just imagining, like, because it's supposed to be, like, the court record, which is, like a file folder that he's carrying around with him, right? So I'm just imagining him, like, just dumping his plate into, like, a manila folder and then slapping it closed. And it's, like, all wet and stained and crap. And he's just like, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to head out now. Check, please. The kitchen, huh? Not a bad idea. Now, what was it that Maggie said again? In the kitchen, you'll get to see all the chef's greatest secrets.
In the kitchen? That sounds tasty.
Hey, wait up! Maya!
What is it? I'm pretty busy right now.
Weren't you going to show me around?
There goes my plan to find some cool clue and show it off in your face.
I'd better conduct a search in the kitchen myself. Alright, so now we move... On the next episode of Arrested Development, Buster moves to the kitchen. Joke for all my Arrested Development fans out there.
And here it is, the famous Tray Beyond kitchen. It's my first time in here too, actually.
There is a weird atmosphere in here, that's for sure.
Mr. Armstrong will be back soon, so we better search quickly. Chop chop!
Damn, what the hell? Why does he have this whole box Oh my god, is he part of like a pyramid scheme? Is he part of like... Shit, what's one of those ones that sells essential oils and crap? Like Essential Living or doTERRA or something? He's part of an MLM. He's an MLM who's part of an MLM. What's this? It looks like a treasure chest or something.
Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 98, 99, 100. They're all the same, too.
He should just do that instead of making bad food. Yeah, pyramid scheme selling is a better career option for him.
Hey, wait a minute.
What is it?
There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either.
And it doesn't smell.
Maya, did you learn nothing in chemistry class? You never stick your whole face over a container of an unknown liquid. You hold it a safe distance away, and you waft the fumes towards you, so you're not, like, getting chemical burns on the inside of your nose. The things they don't teach you at Karine Medium Channeling School. Jesus. So what's that liquid inside then, I wonder?
Hey, Nick, we should borrow this. I mean, look how many bottles he's got. He won't miss one, will he?
Alright, small bottle, found in the kitchen. Shape is different from the other bottles. Contents unknown.
Oh, hey, that looks familiar. Now I know I'm in a fresh restaurant. I've never heard of most of these seasonings. I mean, salt, pepper, garlic powder? It's like a whole new world in here. Hey, Nick, this container has oyster sauce? What's that?
Isn't that used in Chinese food? Ah! Look, right there on the counter!
My Magatama! What's it doing there?
What indeed? Alright. Recovered the Magatama. Awesome. So now... unfortunately, we go back to Vitamin Square. The old guy's not here anymore. Thank God! Drat. And I still have some unanswered questions for him. But let's look at this hot pink scooter. A scooter, huh? Who'd leave it right in the middle of a park like this? The wheel guard and the light are busted. I guess it must have been an accident. It's totally wrecked. I don't know how to read this. Hello? Are you fucking okay? Good lord, can I help you? Hey! What you think you was doing with my bike? No, I was just... You've been messing around with my new ride? Is that what you've been doing? New ride? You gonna pay for this? You's gonna pay for this? It wasn't me, I was just passing by. Hey! And who's the one that covered my saddle in crap, huh? Italian X-Rep! Whoa! Wow, he actually roars as part of his bit. You's gonna pay, you catch my drift! No, wait a second, I'm not a pigeon! A wise guy, eh? I had to beat you so hard it'll feel like you was smooching the express train. Uh-oh. You's better watch your back. This ain't over. I'm gonna round up a group of lawyers and then you's gonna pay. Actually, I'm something of a lawyer myself. What do you say? I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Phoenix Wright? You saying you? Phoenix Wright. Yeah, I am. So you a wise guy too, huh? Because I'm Phoenix Wright. The one and only. What? Out of my way! I gotta cruise on my broken-ass pink scooter. He's gone. Surely that guy wasn't my phony. Was he? I mean, he did have the spiky hair, but he's also orange, so that can't possibly be my phony. He's not even wearing a blue suit. He wasn't anything like me. Guess I'd better make a note of the scooter. Scooter, ridden by my phony. The wheel guard is all smashed up. Pathetic. I don't know. Fuck off! Oh, it's you. A few threats from a little brat like that, and you look like a pigeon that's got seeds in its eyes. Have you been here the whole time then? I was in that strawberry. I had some thinking to do. More like you had some cowering to do. I don't want to talk to him. I hate this guy. Okay, what'd you see? I just want to ask you a couple questions. He's throwing seeds at me. Okay, can you tell me about Maggie Bird? An innocent young girl revealing herself like that. I know someone who needs to learn some stress management. You gonna try me in a lot? No. What about those shameless girls? You mean the waitresses? They're practically naked! Yeah, and then you say thank you! He's a regular, but he's still pretending to be all like, oh my god, these strumpets are showing their knees and their ankles! Good god. Oh! And now we've unlocked a fourth option. Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir? It's just that you just like it so much, why would you keep going there, sir? There you are, you Billy Bishons. You want food? I'll take that. Oh, so you've got some psyche locks about the fact that you're a fucking pervert. I knew it. This old guy's got something to hide. But what could it be? We'll worry about that later. Actually, hang on one second. I think this is where I want to take a brief break real quick, just to, like, go to the bathroom and stretch and whatnot. Okay. I will leave the music up. Alright, I will be back in a moment. Everybody do whatever you need to do. We'll be back shortly.
Frosty. Svari. 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 Svari.
Alright, that's about enough of that. Oh my gosh, I see Nikki's here now. Alright, now let's go back. Thank you guys for abusing the Zavari command in my absence. Now, what were we doing? Okay, we're going back to...
Very good, Descole.
Thank you. Hey, Nikki. We're going back to... the Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, you're just in time! What is it, Detective Gumshoe? The lab got back to me about that newspaper you gave me. He must mean the sports paper with the memo scribbled on it. And we're going to make no mention of the little mask-to-mask doodle in the corner. So, what did they say? Did the analysis turn up anything? They said the doodle was written by the victim, Glenn Elk. No doubt about it. I expected as much. The victim took the paper with him to the restaurant on the day of the murder. That's our best interpretation of the facts at the moment. Alright. Left by victim. Doodle is in victim's handwriting. MC Baba. I get the feeling I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh well, I guess it'll come back to me. Don't forget to report back to me with whatever you find in the restaurant, okay, pal? Since when did I start taking orders from Gumshoe? Although, I get the feeling there's something I need to show him. Hey, Gumshoe, does this smell like chloroform to you? Yeah, one of those aroma bottles too, huh? Only this one doesn't smell. Huh? I don't get you. This was mixed in with all the other aromatherapy bottles, but it's not the same. It doesn't even look the same. Wouldn't you agree? A cologne bottle that doesn't smell, huh? Smells like a skunk to me, pal. Mind letting me borrow that bottle for a while? I want to send it to the lab for analysis. The victim was poisoned, so the contents of this bottle are pretty important. Alright, so now he has the small bottle instead. I had a hunch there was something funny about that chef. You suspect John Armstrong? I got that guy's number. He wrote it down in the receipt for me. I know what his secret is. That must be the same secret Gumshoe was talking about before. I guess I'd better fill you in on the details. About this Armstrong guy's secret, I mean. So, what's Mr. Armstrong's secret? You ever had lunch at Très Bien, pal? Yes. So, how was it? To put it nicely, it was inedible. Hey, don't worry about being nice around me, pal. You and I both know the reason that place is so empty is because of the food. I mean, the place is clean and he's got a girl like Maggie as a waitress, so... yeah, I guess it's probably the food. The real scoop on the guy is he's up to his ears in debt. Really? How much does he owe? This is a copy of his loan contract. He's about $500,000 in the red. $500,000? Are we talking dollars? Yeah. Hey, if it was sterling, he'd really be in trouble. Sorry, that figure just took me by surprise. Yeah, this case is full of surprises. And I'd be willing to bet that chef's got something to do with most of them. That's my hunch. Jean's loan contract. Jean's debt is $500,000. The owner of the loan is Tender Lender. Unfortunately, we gotta go talk to that guy again. Get Lolita's in there. They love expensive and edible food, but Instagram-worthy aesthetics. To shreds, you say? Tender Lender, where they loan chicken tender. Alas. We have to have an extended conversation with this man. It's time you told me the truth. Why are you a regular at a restaurant that you would dislike so much? Isn't it obvious? People only go to restaurants to eat. Oh, shut up. I can tell that not you nor anyone else in the world would go to that place for food. And that's why it's in my evidence. The proof is in the pudding, or in this case, the lunch menu. That's the twin tea set. The food at Très Bien is terrible and expensive. You're wrong, it's cheap. Huh? I'm rich. I inherited money when I was a boy. Fuck off. Shut up. You don't have money because I have the job listings. This whole conversation is just to prove that he goes to the restaurant. It's not even really all that important. It's just like, hey, you go to this restaurant all the time. Shut up. There are no free papers to read at Très Bien. Oh, whatever. I know you've been at the restaurant, motherfucker. The real reason why you go to Très Bien so much is because you're a pervert. Me if I was caught at Naruto? Is that a Naruto-themed noodle shop? Therefore, the answer to the mystery of why an old man would drink expensive coffee at a terrible restaurant is the waitress. I don't recognize that face. And you are probably telling the truth here. Because you weren't looking at the girl's face, but at her outfit. Yep, you like girls that are scantily clad, and you're a stupid pervert, and I hate you, and I hate looking at your face, and I wish you were dead. Alright. Okay, yeah, he's at a... Fine, so I'm a dirty, wicked, sinful old devil. Yep. Yep. It's true. Yep. Victor Kudo. Whatever. Okay, so now we know he goes to the restaurant all the time. That's all we had to establish. One sip of Monster and it could be over. If this man listened to a 100 Gex song, he would implode. He would turn to dust. Hey Maya, do you know this fucker?
Oh, it's that old man. Is he still feeding the pigeons?
Yeah, he fed me as well. I got a bunch of those seeds in my eyes.
Oh, ouch!
Hey, Maya. Would you mind coming with me for a while? I'm Phoenix Wright, and I have no qualms about taking my 17-year-old assistant to be bait. To be, quote-unquote, like, sex appeal bait to make this old man talk to me. No, hang on. Can you go like that? Fuck off! Sir? You again.
Huh?
Well, I see.
Nick, his eyes are burning into me. This is not what friends do to each other!
It's okay, I think it's going pretty well, said Phoenix right before he burst into flames! You're still just a little child. Okay, so you have more decency than, like, a bunch of other men in this series, but I still hate you.
Play on the slide?
How can we crack this guy?
Excuse me please, sir.
Quiet, can't you see I'm feeding the pigeon? And then his jaw hit the floor. Yep. This is the whole reason Mia showed up. To be cheesecake. Whatever. We're not reading this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't exist. Okay, whatever. It was quite a shock, even for me. He was a strange boy. The girl took the Javachina over to him. And the customer was alone. He was the only person at the table. Then he took a sip of his coffee, and he said something like, "Arr!" and then died. Like, just like in Skyrim. He said, hey, have you heard of the High Elves? And then he went, and then he died. That guy does have a scouter from Dragon Ball. Okay, none of this doesn't matter. This has no relevance to the case. Okay. Okay, you visit Travion a lot. Yeah, you do. Yeah, the owner likes you. No, he doesn't. That man's an ex-con. Okay. What did Mr. Armstrong do? Oh no, those eyes! I can't take this! I hate this. He steals things from his customers. He's a pilferer. He was arrested for it once. Well, he writes you a haiku about it. Okay, whatever. We got that. Okay, now he's gone. Thanks, Mia. I'm sorry we had to use you. I'm sorry we had to do, like, the most objectification of your character yet. Okay. And now we go back to the fucking restaurant again. Oh, thank God, she's back in her uniform.
I guess it's about time to wrap up today's investigation.
Had enough of being a waitress?
Yeah, plus, no one came to the restaurant.
Oh la la, Mademoiselle Maya! No, how can you leave me like this?
I'm sorry.
That reminds me. Maya and Mia, I'm so sorry Phoenix did this to you. Mr. Armstrong had a Psyche Locker 3, didn't he? I'm going to have to break those. Alright, Mr. Armstrong, I hope you won't mind, but I'd like to have another word with you. French words, of course. Okay. He's not a sex creep, he's just a really shitty gay stereotype character. He deserves better. Maggie's motive. What is happening? I do not like this horrible feeling. I have to know the truth. What happened that day? Hello, I will confess everything. Just don't hurt me. Huh? Well, that was a new world record. It was a lottery ticket. A lottery ticket? The man who died here had a lottery ticket. For $500,000! $500,000? Oui. But after the incident, this ticket... it disappeared. The ticket disappeared? This was the motive that the prosecution gave for Maggie. They said that she poisoned the man to get the $500,000 lottery ticket. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? Hello. You've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket from me. And I want to know the reason why. No, monsieur! You doubt me, but I have confessed to you everything I know! Mr. Armstrong, the $500,000 lottery ticket. I think I know who took it. I think the winning ticket was stolen by this person, who's conveniently $500,000 in debt as well. Mr. Armstrong, I believe there's a very high probability that it was you. Wow, that is one piercing scream, even for a man like him. Okay, homophobe. Mais pourquoi moi? Why, you have no evidence! I am not Mask the Mask, I am not the kind of person who steals the property of others. Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. I present to you proof that you've stolen from others in the past. Is that the whole reason this guy gave me a haiku? This isn't proof of anything! Oh, what is this? A poem? Oh, monsieur, you know me so well! I adore poems. Please, read it, and put some feeling into it. Convicted before, a wicked man or woman, a repeat offender. I'm sorry to have to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong, but you have been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you? Mon Dieu! Le mensonge! You are a liar! You deny it? Do not make false accusations, s'il vous plaît. So, do you have any proof? I want to see la incontestable proof. Incontestable proof that I have ever stolen from one of my customers. Oh yeah! Because I lost the Magatama, and then you found it. Seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong. Oh, what is that? This is my Magatama, and I found it in your kitchen. No! Wow, that scream just about broke some windows. have a weakness for la little trinkets and la figurines. Hey Susie, can you make a version of jazz that exists in Swordfish Universe? I'm sorry, Nikki, what are you asking of me? Why do you need Swordfish Jazz? My hand, it just slips out, I cannot stop it. Oh! Okay, you meant Ace Attorney Jazz. Okay, yeah, okay, I can definitely do that. I was like, Nikki, I have no experience making music or like of any sort, let alone jazz. Like, I don't know what you're asking of me. But yeah, I can make jazz go. I can make a little jazzy go turbo to the Swordfish universe. Anyway, you stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right? Oui, it is la truth. I am just a timid little girl inside, monsieur. A timid little girl. Besides, this time, it was not a small trinket, oui? It was $500,000. My, no, why would I steal it? I have no need for such money. Really now? Oh, monsieur, what is it? Isn't it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you are in desperate need of a large amount of cash? Oh yeah. His debt contract. No, they're eating terrible $20 food. The gays are not eating well, they're eating shitty $20 to $45 shrimp heads. This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? You have a loan to the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped out your debts. Ugh. Well, Mr. Armstrong, what do you have to say for yourself now? Sorry, I can't do a piercing scream like he does, because I would disturb everyone in an immediate vicinity to me. I just can't have that. Mr. Armstrong, you said that the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place? Simman! Disney's first openly gay $45 shrimp head stew. Is that anything? It's not nothing? The man, he was listening to the radio with his earpiece. I think he said something about that too. The winning number was announced on the news, I think. All of a sudden it exploded! Just like the Jean Grey into the Dark Phoenix, he exploded! Yes! $500,000! He shouted! And the ticket? He had all of his tickets spread out on the table. I was so desperately in need of money, so I put the poison in his coffee? No, you naughty man! I simply helped myself to one of his tickets.
What?
La victime collapsed and Maggie passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? He had so many of them! Yeah, but only one of them was the winning ticket, right?
How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggie was arrested because of you!
No, this is not true! I did not take it! La ticket for $500,000, I mean!
But you just told us you did! You said you took a ticket!
No, ma fille! It was not. That's enough, said someone.
Huh? Ah! Mr. Godot!
What in the heck are you doing here? Ugh. This is without a doubt the worst coffee I've ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. Hello, whore. Homophobia has entered the chat. You came in here for coffee? Is this craving for coffee know no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question. I am lying. No, just a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at.
But in that case, Maggie shouldn't be the only one under suspicion.
He's also only here for someone that works here, not a waitress. He had the wrong ticket. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor. Investigation with Phoenix and Godot would be so fun. Batshit. If Godot liked men, he'd genuinely be a better character. You're right, though.
So, the ticket he took was worthless?
Not quite. He did win something. $1. You see, I am just a pretty face. Without my looks, I have nothing. I mean, he did kind of flirt with Ron. And with Luke at me. So... I refuse to believe he's straight. I think he's just gay and homophobic. Oh my god, just like Pariston. What happened to the winning ticket, then? The one he meant to steal. Indeed. What did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so... We'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we? Voila! You too! Time to laugh at that pretty little airhead! Looks like I won't be needing this anymore. Victor's note thrown into the trash with extreme prejudice. You know what else he has in common with Pariston? He fucked that old man? Oh no, he has hands, and he is laughing. He is large and pointing. Looks like we've got a new mystery now. Namely, where did the winning ticket go?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Well, anyway. We can't let Maggie suffer any longer for this. And certainly not again. Big slapping! Okay, I'm gonna do just a little bit into this first trial segment until the first recess, and then that's where I'm gonna call it for the night. Alright.
Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor!
Maggie!
Detective Gumshoe!
Are you doing alright? How are you feeling?
As if you need to ask either question, sir.
Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay?
Roger.
And you! Yes? You'd better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, and I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. And then squaring away your ass 6 feet into the ground. I think he's serious.
Hey, detective! You're on eyesight for once, right?
Yup.
So, you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir?
Oh, of course! I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Squared away. Oh my god. Oh! Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you.
Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh?
I can only wish.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Better. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? What's wrong? Nothing, it's just, whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You's talking to me?" It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trustee Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trustee? So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we'll find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you, I am the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. Oh yeah, don't forget the coffee tally. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me. Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. Other way around, Detective Dick. Sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday. Sir, since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation's tied up with another case now.
I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake.
I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. Died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m. And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused? Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Très bien floor plans. Blueprints of the crime scene. X is the victim's seat. Come, detective. Take up this hammer. And nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. And now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. The incident. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of a motive. Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts in this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you, that wasn't me!
Okay. The victim was alone.
Was he though?
Godot says, people should kill people using coffee more often. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said. What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey! Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. The two testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Yes. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed it. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. That argument is as weak as the coffee at Trebienne, right? I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. Okay, you dramatic little bitch. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef, moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime... How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. Crime photo. Whoops, missed that. Okay, we understand that Glenn Elg was listening to a radio. Traces of poison were found with in his coffee cup. Sad face. So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else? Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper. Number 2. Ha! You put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite? The victim took his coffee black, with no sugar. Ugh. It seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Yeah, you should. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. That's just what I was thinking. Oh, fuck. In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. Well, what piece was it again? This! Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup. Yes, a victim's coffee cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh, yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. That cup is adorable. I want a set. Oh, number 3. The victim gulped down the bitter death the waitress brought to him like this!
Oh, I wish I had a set of cups like that. I'd adore them.
For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants.
Okay. Coffee cup. The coffee contained potassium cyanide, covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints.
Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance.
What Susie Stream tea party? Okay, that would just be like me sitting in front of my camera and drinking like a Truly, but out of a teacup. Oh, you'll bring the potassium cyanide? Thank you so much.
Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff packs a real punch.
Miss Bird might have had a motive. I will make myself tea and drink in front of computer. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. Some kind of a motive?
Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion. You know what my golden rule is, detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another. I don't get it.
Does this count as 4 because he threw the third one at Phoenix?
I'm saying, we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe.
She was... They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. Not trying to say anything, but just 1 cup of coffee is pretty much a guaranteed laxative for some. Okay, yeah, he got to like 16 at the no, actually at like 17, which was like his self-imposed limit. Oh, he got to 18? Okay, but yeah, at the end of the stolen turnabout, he got to 17. I'm like, oh my god, he's about to go like set off a bomb in that courthouse bathroom.
I knew it.
He shits himself to death every day, and then resurrects the next day. To just repeat the cycle. He's getting a different kind of losing streak. Yeah, in his underwear. Call that a loosing streak of his bowels. That's why he said he's back from hell.
I knew it.
That's what we heard yesterday too.
It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000.
Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he?
He's dirty toilet humor, and it's not cleaning them.
But he stole the wrong one.
Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Yeah, okay, yeah, you should press harder. Wait a minute! The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client.
I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket? Bailiff sees this evidence. One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What? She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court, immediately! I'd better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. Alright, victim's lottery ticket. A winning ticket for $500,000. Found during a body search of Maggie. Uh-oh. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial, too. But it feels heavier now, somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. That's enough! The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. This says a lot about society. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. Is Godot flirting with the judge now? I think he'll flirt with whomever it requires to assure his verdict. Edit his text box to say, I like man. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. So we're still on this, huh?
Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast.
I think Godot is just kind of a whore who flirts with whoever's relevant to assuring the outcome of his case. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. Number 5! I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. With one final decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie! This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time.
Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've ever seen.
That stain looks like... It can't be... blood, can it? Huh. It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean. Of course. I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? The search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket. Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Cut this girl a break, please. The court will accept these items into evidence. Okay, apron. Worn by Maggie at the time of the incident. Has a small pocket, but big stains. Why did my mom kill someone? Potassium cyanide. A deadly, powdery poison. Bears Maggie's fingerprints. Found in her apron pocket. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor! The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron! That's ridiculous! No one told me anything about a bloodstain! Oh... look who can't see red on a white background. Huh, foreshadowing. You don't need to be told, just look at it. Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone to breakfast that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again, and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. I thought everyone knew what it was already. 17 cups of ketchup. I'm probably gonna put 17 cups. He probably put 17 cups of ketchup all over his weenie box. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established. He put what on his what? Don't worry about it. All will be revealed later. Well, Trite, it seems you really are a phony after all. You really know how to drive a man nuts. You really know how to drive a man's nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. Yarr, she's driving me nuts. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kinda scary old man, sir. He really knows how to drive a man nuts, huh? Okay. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The sexual turnabout! The turnabout gone sexual? The victim didn't have any identification on him. But we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Very good, Descole. The last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Trite.
Very good, Descole.
Oh my god, right at the same time. Thank you both so much. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So, let the fun begin. Okay. We figured out who he was pretty quick. How'd you do that? Wait a sec! Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Sexual attorney? Aloe attorney? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. Is Descole in the crossover? No! Tragically, he's not. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes? Hello, attorney's gonna send me to my grave. Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? That. He's so let down, he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket. It seems Mr. Glenelg visited his doctor before he went to trade in. We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I ask to hear more? Ask about the prescription bag. If Descole was in PL vs. AA, it would truly be the game ever. So, what kind of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually, it was ketamine. Actually, the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty? And it was custom made. I wish Yoda was an Ace Attorney. Well, now he is. Yoda... Oh, there's a guy who's sort of like Yoda in investigations. Okay, the victim got this from the doctor before going to Trebion. The bag is empty. I'm thinking of Treebeard in his initial persuasion. You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate, are you, Trey? Wish he would die like Yoda. No, I'm just deliberately being obtuse so that Keelan will know who I'm talking about without me spoiling it for the rest of y'all. Now, what happened with the investigation after that, Detective? I mean, like, he's green, he's all, like, wrinkled and old, and he has his walking stick. I mean, that's all it takes to be Yoda, right? Okay. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. But what about the prescription? Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. Is he funny, or is he a bootlicker? I decline to answer that. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will ya? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Trebion. Where, then, did the medicine disappear to? Too cool, pal! Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess it's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that? That's all. Pathetic. What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New ear... Okay, give me a minute. Otolaryngological... Otolaryngological clinic. Otolaryngological? Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Elg found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum? And then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. Okay, I am not a medical professional, but I find it really hard to believe that that is the treatment for a ruptured eardrum. Yeah, here's the treatment for ruptured eardrum. Stick more shit in your eardrum. Preferably on a Q-tip. It's mentioned in the autopsy report, if you read the fine print. I think some furries would love that. I think the writers of the Nediston Dujin would also like that. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Then nothing. Don't worry about it. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. It seems Mr. Glenn correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Trebion. Ew? Like, just in public? Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all. No.
Nick! If you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over!
She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? Push the medication issue. Well, what if he was a little dumb? Put that cream on a bagel. Maggie watching him stick stuff in his ear at the table like,
So you gonna order or what?
Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. Elg correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Trebion. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. Or the ear russie, if you would. That doesn't change the fact that it could not be... That doesn't change the fact that it cannot be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did! The possibility is undeniable. Ugh. That's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot? I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant. Fuck, Gumshoe, how could you do this to me? Victor Kudo? The pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me.
Yay! Good job, Nick!
The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. I do not like the innuendo therein. Court is adjourned for recess. I'm sorry, you're putting what in your coffee?
Phew, that was close.
Tell me about it. I nearly died in there.
That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. It looks like we all nearly died in there.
Hey, and homophobic.
I can't believe Detective Gumshoe! How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me. But he totally set me up!
I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's gotta do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life.
But it really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again.
Poor Gumshoe.
So the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right?
Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds.
I bet he's gonna be real stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know? Yeah, he's a big old grouch.
Are you gonna be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me. Even those never-ending bird seeds. Okay, this is where I'm gonna save for the moment. If it'll let me. Please. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna save right here, and we'll come back, and I guess we'll start with this guy's testimony next time. Thank you. Okay, that's where I'm ending it for tonight. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate the activity in chat tonight. That makes these a lot more fun. I'm glad you like Henry. That's like an OG like Miracle Mask meme, like from when it was first released. Okay. Once again, I hope everyone had a good time tonight. I'll see you Monday evening. Until then, I hope everyone has a good weekend. I will see you later. Good night, everyone. You're very welcome. I had a lot of fun with this one, honestly. All right. Good night.